Welcome to PracBee Education. So, look, as you already know, we have come up with the series of previous year questions, right? And for each and every topic, we are going to provide you the video lectures, right? So, this time, today, we are going to provide you for the coordinate geometry. Now, as far as this coordinate geometry is concerned, look, I have seen students struggling with especially the section formula. We are having two major concepts in this particular topic. The first one is going to be your distance formula. The second one is your section formula, right? And students are generally struggling with the section formula. So look, I will be taking up many questions here, and obviously that will clear up your all the doubts that you have. And look, this lecture, this video is going to be a very great help for all those who are going to appear in class 10th board exams, CBSE, right? So look, guys, we are going to start with the coordinate geometry, right? So let's start. Now, as far as the weightage of this particular topic is concerned, you are going to have 6 marks from this particular topic, right? Now, in this particular topic, as I told you earlier, we are going to have two major concepts. The first one is your distance formula, and the second one is your section formula, right? So one by one, look, we have made the questions in two categories. We have divided all the questions in two categories: the questions based on section formula, the questions based on distance formula. So one by one, we are going to deal with the questions. First, we will be starting with the distance formula, and then we will cover up all the questions related to section formula that has been asked in recent years by CBSE board, right? So, okay, first, so this is the mind map. Mind map means just we are going to discuss what are the things that we have in this particular topic. So we are having, as I told you, only two major things: distance formula, section formula. Now, we are going to take up the questions on distance formula, right? So, see, what is the distance formula? If we come to this particular topic, this particular concept, that what is the formula that we have to use here. So look, if you are given with the 2 points, let us say the points are your A and B, and if you are given with the coordinates of A as x1 y1 and the coordinate of B is given to you as x2 y2, right? So the distance between A, B we can get by the formula square root of x2 negative x1. Look, you can also write x1 negative x2 because we are anyway taking the whole square, right? And then y2 negative y1 whole square. So, okay, let's start with the questions, see how we can solve the questions. So, look, here we are given with the 2 points. You can give the name. When you solve the questions, you can say, okay, let this point is your point A, this point is your point B. So the distance between AB is going to be a square root of, now just subtract the x coordinates, m negative, negative m, means that's going to be your 2m whole square. And then negative n, negative n. Sorry, negative n means negative 2n. So negative 2n whole square. Now this you will get as square root of 4 times m square plus n square. You can take this 4 outside the square root. So 2 square root of m square plus n square. So see, the option C is the correct option. Let's move to the next question. So look, this is the next question. Again, if this is the point A, this is the point B. So the distance between these 2 points, it's going to be a square root of, now see, A cos theta negative A sin theta. So A cos theta negative A sin theta. So A negative B whole square, and then negative A sin theta, negative A cos theta. We can take the negative common, it's anyway a whole square. So it's going to be your A sin theta plus A cos theta whole square. Now, you know, A negative B whole square, look, either you can break this as A minus B whole square, A plus B whole square. But if you directly know, like A negative B whole square plus A positive B whole square. So it's going to be 2 times of A square plus B square, right? So same you will be having here. A cos theta minus a sin theta, a cos theta plus a sin theta. So it's going to be a square root of 2 times of a square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta. So you can take this a square common. So you are going to get 2a square and cos square theta plus sin square theta. That becomes 1. So a square root of 2a square, that's your a times square root of 2. So the option B is the correct option. Okay, the next question. So look, this time the point on the x-axis. So look, whenever we have like this, okay, you have to take a point on the x-axis. So you will say that, okay, let the point is your a comma 0. You know, whenever we have to take a point on the x-axis, the y coordinate always you have to take as 0. Now, let us say this point is your point P and this given point in the question is your A and B. So as per the question, PA equals to PB. So if PA, PB are equal, their squares are also going to be equal. Now apply the distance formula. So A negative negative 4. So that is your A positive 4 whole square plus 0 square equals to A negative 10 whole square plus 0 square. Just use the formula A plus B whole square. So it's going to be A square plus 16 plus 8 times A equals to A square plus 100 negative 20 times A. Now see, A square you can cancel. This negative 28 take on the left hand side. So that gives you 28A equals to 100 minus 16. That is your 84. So A is going to be your 3. So if A is the 3, so the required point is your 30. So D is the correct option. Now see the next question. Look, in this particular question, ABCD is a rectangle. So just make a rectangle ABCD. Now the coordinate of the vertices of this rectangle that is given to you. So let us say this vertex is your A, the coordinate for this is given to you -1, -1. B, the coordinate for this is your -1, 6. The C, the coordinate for this is your 3, 6. And the point D, the coordinate for this is given to you as 3, -1. Now PQRS are the midpoints of these four sides. So just mark the midpoints P, Q, R, and S. Now see how we get the midpoint coordinate. Just x coordinate divided by 2, y coordinate divided by 2, -1 plus -1, -2 by 2, -1, and -1, +6. So that gives you +5 by 2. Similarly, for Q, you are going to have -1 plus 3 means 3 by 2, 2 by 2, 1, and then 6 plus 6, 12 by 2, 6. For R, the coordinate is going to be 3 plus 3, 6 by 2 means 3, and then again you are going to have 5 by 2. And in the same manner, for this S, the coordinate is going to be your -1 plus 3 means 2 by 2, 1, and -1. Now, look, we have to prove that this PQRS, in this quadrilateral PQRS, the diagonals bisect each other. This is what we have to prove here, right? Now, see, can you recall the properties of the quadrilaterals? In parallelogram, we have the property that in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. So if somehow we can prove that this PQRS is a parallelogram, then obviously diagonals will bisect each other. So the only thing that you have to do here is that prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. Now how we prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram? So look, using distance formula, you just have to establish that opposite sides are going to be equal. So just you find the distance PQ. So the distance PQ is going to be your 1, -1. So a square root of 2 square 4 plus 6 -5 by 2. So 12 minus 5, 7 by 2 whole square. So look, it's going to be your a square root of 4 plus 49 by 4 So that's going to be 4 into 4, 16 plus 49, a square root of 65 by 4. Then you find the distance RS. So look, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 1, again 2 whole square, that is 4, and 5 by 2 negative negative 1, that is again your 5 plus 2, 7 by 2 whole square. So look, we are going to get the same value here as well. So a square root of 64 by 65 by 4. Now, look, these two opposite sides, PQ and RS, they are equal. Now you find PS. So PS is going to be your square root of 1 negative negative 1, again 2 square means 4, and then you have negative 1 negative 5 by 2, again you are having negative 7 by 2 whole square. That's right. So negative 7 by 2 whole square. So look, we are going to get the same thing here, a square root of 65 by 4. And in the same manner, you find RQ or QR distance. So see, QR is again going to be Q to R. So that's going to be, and I think we have like 1, 2 whole square, and then 5 plus 2, 7 by 2 whole square, and 3 minus 1, 2. Yes, here also 3 minus 1 means 2 square, 4, and 5 by 2 minus 6, again you are going to have 7 by 2 whole square. So look, all the distance here we are going to get the same, a square root of 65 by 4, right? So actually all the four distances are same, therefore PQRS is a rhombus. And look, the diagonals bisect each other in rhombus as well. So PQRS is a rhombus, and therefore the diagonals will bisect each other, right? That's it. Moving to the next question. So that the points, 3 points are given to you, are the vertices of a right angled triangle. So it's quite easy. What you need to do here, like find the 3 distances like A to B. So how we can find A to B? So 7 minus 2, that is 9 square, 81, plus 10 minus 5, 5 square, 25. So it's going to be a square root of 106. Now what is your BC? BC is your square root of 3 negative negative 2 means 5 whole square, 25, and negative 4 negative 5 negative 9 whole square, 81. So again we are going to get the same thing, a square root of 106. And then what is your AC? So AC is going to be your square root of 7 minus 3, 4 whole square, 16, 10 negative negative 4 means 14 whole square, 196. So this is going to be your square root of 212. Now see, there are two things. The first is like AB equals to BC. It means it's an isosceles triangle. Again, the Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is getting satisfied here, right? It means this will be a right angled triangle. So that's it. It's a right angled triangle and it's an isosceles triangle. Therefore, it's an isosceles right angled triangle, right? Now getting to the next question. The distance of this point from the x-axis. Look, always be clear. Be clear. The distance of a point from the x-axis is nothing but the magnitude of the y-coordinate. And distance of a point from y-axis is nothing but the magnitude of the x-coordinate, right? So here the y-coordinate is your 7 and it's a positive. So its magnitude is again going to be 7. So that itself is the answer. So B option is the correct one. This question was asked in 2023. Now moving to the next question. Distance of a point from origin. So look, coordinate of origin is your 0, 0, right? So just negative 6, 8 and 0, 0. You just apply the distance formula. So the distance is going to be your square root of negative 6 minus 0 whole square. Means 6 square 36 plus 8 minus 0 whole square, 8 square. So 64 plus 36, 100. So 10. This is the answer. So D is the correct option. Now going to the next question, the distance between these 2 points. So just you apply the distance formula. So negative 2 root 5 minus 0. So 2 root 5 whole square, 2 square, 4 into 5, 20. And then again 4 into 2 root 5 minus 0 means 2 root 5 whole square. So 2 into 2, 4 into 5, again 20. So you are going to get this as a square root of 40. Now look, a square root of 40. So this you can write as a square root of 40, you can write as 4 times 10, and a square root of 4 is going to be your 2. So 2 a square root of 10 units is the correct answer. Now find the point on y-axis. Look, whenever we have to take a point on the y-axis, it's going to be 0 and then some value for the y coordinate. So this is the point on the y-axis, and this point, let us say this is the point P, and this is equidistant from this A and B. So as per the question, PA equals to PB. If PA equals to PB means their squares are also going to be equal. Now just apply the distance formula. 0, negative 5 means 5 square 25 plus B plus 2 whole square. And then 0, negative, negative 3, 3 square, 9 plus B negative 2 whole square. Now just open the bracket, 25 plus B square plus 4 plus 2 into 2, 4 times of B equals to 9 plus B square plus 4, and then negative 2 into 2, 4 times B. Look, B square got cancelled, you cancel this 4 as well. Take this negative 4B on the left hand side, so you get 8B equals to 9 minus 25. So 9 minus 25, it's going to be your 16. So B is not 16, negative 16. So B is going to be your negative 2. So the point on the y-axis is going to be your 0, negative 2. So this is the required point, right? This question was asked in 2019. So that's all about the distance formula. Now we are going to take up the questions based on the section formula, right? So look, in what ratio the line segment, look, this is means optional questions, okay? We can take up any of the questions. So, okay, one by one we will be taking both the questions. So this question anyway we have taken on the next page, right? So first we are going to solve this question. In what ratio the line segment joining 3, negative 5 and negative 1, 6 is divided by the line y equals to x? So look, if you are willing to make a figure, how we can make a figure like, okay, just assume that these are the points 3, negative 5 and negative 1, 6. And let us say we have the y equals to x, which is a line. So this line y equals to x divides the join of, let us say, this point A and B in some ratio. So look, as we know, how means what is the formula, the standard formula that we have for section formula. So what is the standard section formula? I think you might be knowing this. If A and B are the 2 points having coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2, then any point dividing AB in some ratio. Let us say the coordinate for P is your x, y. So any point dividing AB in some ratio. Look, now whenever we have to assume the ratio, we assume the ratio as lambda and 1. Or we can also take the ratio as m and n. So I am going to write both the formula. If m and n you have taken as the ratio, or either you take the ratio as lambda 1. So what is the formula? So for, look, what we need to do is, like, this m we have to multiply with the coordinates of B, and this n has to be multiplied with the coordinates of A. So the formula for x coordinate is your mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, and for y coordinate it's going to be my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Now look, if you take the ratio as lambda ratio 1, so the formula is going to be your x coordinate will be lambda x2 plus x1 by lambda plus 1, and y coordinate is your lambda y2 plus y1 by lambda plus 1. So look, when we have to take some ratio, we always take the ratio like lambda ratio 1. That will make the easy calculations. That will make your calculation easy, right? So if you take the ratio to be here as lambda ratio 1, so look, the coordinate of this point, let us say this point is your P, whose coordinate we take as x comma y. So the x coordinate here is going to be your lambda times negative 1, means negative lambda plus 1 into 3, 3 by lambda plus 1. And the y coordinate, it's going to be your lambda times 6, means 6 lambda plus 1 times negative 5 by lambda plus 1. Now, since this particular point P lies on this equation y equals to x, it means the y coordinate must be equal to x coordinate. All the points on this line will have both the coordinates same. So you just need to equate negative lambda plus 3 by lambda plus 1 as 6 lambda negative 5 by lambda plus 1. Lambda plus 1 you cancel out. So you get this 6 lambda you can take on the left hand side. So negative 6 lambda, negative 7 lambda equals to negative 5, negative 3, negative 8. You cancel out this negative. Lambda is your 8 by 7. And this is the required ratio, right? So this is the answer. So the ratio here is going to be 8:7. Clear? Now going to the next question, the optional question. So this is the next question that we have. Find the ratio in which the point 8 by 5 comma y divides the line segment joining this point and this point. So look, again, we are going to do the same thing. The end points, that is your A, that is your 1, 2. This point we assume as A, this as B, and this is your P. So A, B is your 2, 3, and P. P is given to you as 8 by 5 comma y. Now again we have to assume some ratio. So we assume the ratio as lambda ratio 1, right? Now see here, when we deal with the section formula, actually we are having two formulas here, one for the x coordinate, one for the y coordinate, right? So since here the y coordinate value for the point P we don't know, but yes, we do know the value of the x coordinate. So write the formula for x coordinate. So what we can write here, 8 by 5 equals to lambda times 2, means 2 lambda plus 1, means look, this way we have to multiply, right? So 2 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1. Now cross multiply. So 5 into 2, 10 lambda plus 5 into 1, 5. It's going to be 8 lambda plus 8. Now take this lambda on the left, the constant on the right. So 2 lambda is your 8 minus 5, 3. So here the lambda is your 3 by 2, which is the required ratio. So the required ratio is going to be your 3:2. So this is exactly what we have to solve here. Now once we know the ratio, then we can put this value here, like this ratio is your 3, this ratio is your 2. And then we can write the formula for y coordinate of the point P. So the y coordinate is your 3 into 3, 9, plus 2 into 2, 4, by 3 plus 2, 5, 9 plus 4, 13 by 5. So this is going to be your y coordinate for this point, right? So that's it for this particular question. Now see this particular question. So 3, 0, 6, 4 and negative 1, 3 are the vertices of a triangle. Find the length of its median. Look, just draw a random triangle. Now in this triangle, the coordinate of the points are given like this. Let us say this is your A, 3, 0. B is your 6, 4. and C is given as your -1, 3. Now you have to find B to E. Median means the midpoint of AC is the E. Now the midpoint formula, negate 3 plus -1 means 2 by 2, 1, and 0 plus 3, 3 by 2, 3 by 2. Now we apply the distance formula between the points B and E, right? And that will give you the distance B to E. So the length of the median is going to be a square root of 6 minus 1, 5 square, 25 plus 4 minus 3 by 2 whole square. So it's going to be your square root of 25 plus 4 into 2, 8 minus 3, 5 by 2 whole square means 25 by 4. So look, it's going to be 25 times 4, 100 plus 125 by 4. So the distance is going to be your 5 by 2 units, right? So this is the length of the median. Clear? Any doubt? Now, moving to the next question. A point P divides the line segment joining the point A and B in the ratio 5:2. So the coordinate of the point P are. So again, A and B. This is your point A. The coordinate for this is given as 4, -5. This is the point B. The coordinate for this is given as 1, 2. And there is a point P which divides this AB in the ratio 5:2. So the coordinate for this P we can assume as x, y, alpha, beta, anything, right? So x, y. So look, apply the section formula. So this 5 into 1, 5 plus 2 into 4, 8 divided by 5 plus 2, 7. So 8 plus 5, 13 by 7. And the y coordinate is going to be your again 5 into 2, 10, and 2 into -5, -10 by 7. So it's going to be your 0. So 13 by 7 and 0, that is the answer. So the C option is the correct option. Going to the next question. The circle, the center of a circle whose end points of the diameters. Look, the midpoint of the diameter is going to be the center. So what will be the midpoint? -6 plus 6. That is your 0 by 2, 0, and 3 plus 4, 7 by 2. So look, quite easy. This is the answer. Look, whenever we have a circle, no, and you are given with the end points of the diameter, so the midpoint of the diameter is the center. So just you need to apply the midpoint formula, right? Now, what is the midpoint formula? Just add the x coordinates, divide by 2, add the y coordinates, divide by 2, right? That is the midpoint formula. That's it. Now, find the ratio in which y-axis. So always y-axis means the point on the y-axis is always going to be like 0, b, right? X coordinate always you have to take as 0. So the ratio in which the y-axis divides the line segment. So look, you can have this kind of figure. This is the line segment, 6, -4, and -2, -7, and this is getting divided by the y-axis. This is the y-axis. Now, let us say this is the point, dividing point. The coordinate for this point is going to be 0, some value of y, right? Now, we have to find the ratio in which y-axis divides the line segment joining these 2 points. And then we have to find the point of intersection. So first you write the formula for x coordinate of the point P. So 0 equals to, and assume the ratio as lambda ratio 1. Okay. So lambda times -2, so -2 lambda, and then 1 times 6, so +6 by lambda plus 1. And then cross multiply, so -2 lambda plus 6 you are getting as 0. So from here lambda you are going to get as 3. 3 means the ratio is your 3:1. 3 means 3 by 1, right? So the ratio now is your 3:1. Now apply the formula for y coordinate. So this y coordinate is going to be your lambda times negative 7 lambda, that is your 3 times negative 7. So 7 into 3, 21, negative 21, and then 1 into negative 4, and divided by 3 plus 1, 4. So it's your negative 21, 4, negative 25 divided by 4. This is the y coordinate, right? Just this 3 into negative 7, negative 21, 1 into negative 4, negative 25 by 3 plus 1, 4. That's it. Now moving to the next question. To find the ratio in which the segment joining this point and this point is divided by x-axis. Look, always we are going to have the similar kind of question. Sometimes it's x-axis divided by x-axis divided by y-axis. So always be careful whenever it's divided by x-axis. So the dividing point will have coordinate something like a comma 0, because the y coordinate on the x-axis is always 0. And if it is divided by y-axis, so the point will have the coordinate like 0 comma b or 0 comma y, because a point on the y-axis will always have x coordinate as 0, right? So we can make a figure like this, and then we have a x-axis like this. So the x-axis divides the join of 1, negative 3 and 4, 5 in some ratio. This is the point P. The coordinate for this is going to be like x comma 0. Now first we are going, look, the y coordinate value is given to you, that is 0, and ratio you can take as lambda ratio 1. So you have to apply the section formula for y coordinate. Why? Because this value is given to you. So 0 equals to lambda times 5. So 5 lambda plus 1 times negative 3. So negative 3 divided by lambda plus 1. So you simplify this, you get 5 lambda negative 3 equals to 0. So lambda you are going to get as 3 by 5, means 3 ratio 5. So this is your 3, this is your 5. Now apply the formula for the x coordinate. So the value of x is going to be your 3 into 4, 12, plus 5 into 1, 5, divided by 3 plus 5, 8, right? So 3 into 4, 12, plus 5 into 1, 5. So 12 plus 5, 17 by 8. So the point of intersection means the point for the point on the x-axis, that is your 17 by 8 comma 0, right? This question was asked in 2019. The line segment joining these two points is trisected at the point P and Q. So look, just draw a line segment A to B. Trisection means dividing in 3 equal parts. So this is the point A, the coordinate is your 2, 1. This is the point B, the coordinate is your 5, negative 8. And then we are going to have 2 points of trisections, P and Q. Now the ratio for P means A to P, ratio P to B, that's going to be your 1 ratio 2. Bisection means to divide into 2 equal parts. Trisection means to divide into 3 equal parts. So for trisection, this is the ratio that we have. And AQ ratio QB, that is going to be your 2 ratio 1, right? Now P is nearer to A. We have the same figure here. P is nearer to A. If P lies on the line given by, now this point P lies on this particular line. Okay. So find the value of K. So first of all, we have to write the coordinate of P. So for P, if you apply the section formula, means for P, look, actually the Q is not even required here. So for P, the ratio is your 1 ratio 2. So what will be the section formula if we take x, y as the coordinate for P? So for P, the x coordinate is going to be your 1 into 5, means 5, plus 2 into 2, 4, divided by 1 plus 2, 3. So that is going to be 9 by 3, 3. And the y coordinate is your 1 into negative 8 plus 2 into 1, 2 divided by again 1 plus 2, 3. So negative 6 by 3, negative 2. Now this point P, whose coordinate now we have has 3, negative 2. This lies on this line 2x negative y plus k. So you can just satisfy this line with this point. So 2 into x means 2 into 3, negative y means negative 2 plus k equals to 0. 3 into 2, 6 plus 2, 8. So k is going to be your negative 8. That's it. This is the answer. Clear? Now going to the next question, and this is the last question for this particular video. Look, we have covered many questions. If you just go through this particular video, I think all the type of questions that you can have in this particular topic, we have taken all those questions. So just see this video and all your doubts are going to be cleared, right? So find the ratio in which this line divides the line segment joining this point and this point. And then we have to find the coordinate of the point of intersection. So just see, we can make a random figure like these are the points. We can give the name to the points like A is your negative 2, negative 5. The B point is your 6, 3. And then we just have like this random line dividing the join of AB in some ratio. That ratio we can take as lambda ratio 1. The equation for this line. This is your x negative 3y equals to 0. Or you can say x equals to 3y, right? Now, the coordinate of this dividing point, we can take anything like alpha, beta, a, b, anything. So what will be the value of alpha? So lambda times 6 means 6 lambda. 1 times negative 2, negative 2 by lambda plus 1. And what will be the beta, the y coordinate of P? So lambda times 3, 3 lambda. And 1 into negative 5 by lambda plus 1. And then what you need to do, look, this point P, whose coordinate is your alpha beta, this will satisfy this equation. And this equation says that, look, x is 3y means x coordinate is going to be 3y. So it will satisfy the equation x equals to 3y. X means the x coordinate 6 lambda negative 2 by lambda plus 1. And it will be 3 times the y coordinate means 3 lambda negative 5 by lambda plus 1. So just cancel out this lambda plus 1. You are having 6 lambda negative 2 equals to 3 into 3, 9 lambda negative 15. So you can take this lambda on this side. So 3 lambda equals to this negative 15 goes on that side. So 15 negative 2, 13. Right? So lambda is your 13 by 3. So this is the required ratio, right? So the required ratio is going to be 13 ratio 3. Clear? Now what we have to do here, we have to find the value of point of intersection. Means you just need to put the value of lambda in alpha and beta. So just put here and get the value of alpha and beta. So the alpha is going to be your 6 times of lambda is your 13 by 3. So 13 by 3 negative 2 by lambda plus 1. So look, just a second. 13 by 3 negative 2 by lambda plus 1. 13 by 3 plus 1. So 13 plus 3, 16 by 3. So look what we get here. So 3 times 2, 6. 13 into 2, 26 minus 2. 26 minus 2, 24 by 16 by 3 means into 3 by 16. 8 into 2, 8 into 3. So this is going to be your 9 by 2. And in the same manner, we can simplify the value of beta. So see here on the top, beta is your 3 lambda. So 3 times lambda value is your 13 by 3. Right? So 3 into 13 by 3 negative 5 again divided by lambda plus 1, 13 by 3 plus 1, 16 by 3. So just cancel this. So 13 minus 5. So 8 into 3 by 16, 8 into 2. So this is going to be your 3 by 2. So the point of intersection P, that is your 9 by 2 comma 3 by 2, right? So look guys, this is all for today for this particular video. Now, if you like this particular video, please do like and subscribe our channel. That will improve, that will motivate us to provide you more videos related to the topics that we have for CBSE board exams, right? So that's all for today. Thank you.
If you like this video, you will also like PracBee's unique one-on-one last mile journey program. In this program, we sit with the student, understand their preparation till this point of time. And based on that, in step 2, we write a customized planner just for you to help you optimize your mark based on whatever preparation you have done. In the step 3, we sit with you one-on-one by a set of faculties aligned by PracBee and help you implement the customized plan that we wrote for you. Students have come to us with limited no or good preparation and all have been able to score their marks to a large extent. If you think that this seems interesting to you, click on the link below in the description, fill the required details and somebody from my team will get in touch with you.